The time now is 4:30 on this Friday morning. Let's take a look at your full forecast because we have a lot to talk about. So here's a look at the latest drought monitor map that updated yesterday morning around 8 o'clock. It now has the bulk of the state under a severe drought. Nearly 90% of the state of Maryland suffering from severe drought conditions, and it's looking extreme across portions of Virginia and even down towards the Carolinas. So this is not just impacting the state of Maryland, it's impacting a good chunk of the East Coast. Taking a glance at Futurecast, we are looking dry out there, at least throughout the first half of the day. And then into the evening, that's when we could encounter a few spotty showers that could pop up closer to the state line. The rain activity, the coverage of this will start to increase as we get into your Saturday, starting off with some rain showers across the western half of the state and closer to the Maryland-Pennsylvania line. We will be seeing some sunshine during the afternoon tomorrow, so it's not going to be an all-day rain event. But because we have winds flowing in out of the south, this could help ignite some thunderstorms as we have some sunshine to heat up the surface. But any storm development that we deal with over the weekend looks to be subsevere. If you have plans to celebrate Mom, Saturday evening into the first half of Sunday looks to be dry. But here's a look at that cold front that's going to slide throughout the area later in the day on Sunday. This could help ignite some showers and even a few thunderstorms later in the day. This morning, we're starting off in the 30s and low 40s, 38 degrees out towards Deep Creek, 40 in Frostburg. Look at my friends out towards Severn, sitting 1 degree shy of 50 and 55 degrees in Annapolis. So grab the jacket this morning. You'll certainly need it. We are off to a very clear start this morning, a chilly start, but winds are going to be out of the west today, gusting to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. This ultimately should help us climb back into the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees as we get into the afternoon, with clouds gradually increasing throughout the day. Some of those scattered showers move back in, heading into your Saturday with a seasonal high temperature of 73. Once again, we are going to be close to 80 degrees on Sunday for Mother's Day, dealing with some spotty evening rain showers, perhaps some rumbles of thunder. But any storm development over the weekend should be subsevere, but could contain some gusty winds. The time now is 4:44 on this Friday morning. Let's take a look at your Super 7-day forecast. We're starting off with mostly clear skies right now and off to a chilly start because of that. Mostly hanging out in the 40s this morning. The kids want that extra layer on, that warm fleece jacket before they leave the house and head out to the bus stop. We should be rising back near 70 degrees today. Mostly dry skies, a pop-up shower here and there, not out of the question after the kids are already home from school, mostly around dinner time. But then into your Saturday, that's when we deal with increased rain chances, looking pretty scattered in nature with a few isolated pop-up thunderstorms as we get into the afternoon with a few breaks of sunshine. So it's not going to be an all-day rain event. There will be dry time here and there during the afternoon. We climb near average 73 degrees Saturday night into Sunday morning, looking primarily dry. And then later on in the day on Sunday, we could encounter a few isolated showers and thunderstorms as that cold front moves through. But ahead of it, we have that warmer air. We're going to be rising near 80 degrees on your Sunday. And Mother's Day is looking primarily dry. So a lot of dry time to hang out with Mom outdoors. As we take a look at Stevie Daniels, the time now is 5:01 on this Friday morning. Let's take a look at satellite and radar right now. High pressure is situated down to our southwest. This is actually going to help keep skies relatively clear this morning. This is also the reason why we're starting off feeling a little chilly than yesterday, a few degrees cooler than yesterday morning. Most of us are standing in the 40s right now, 45 degrees in Aberdeen, 49 for everyone in Centerville right now, and sitting at 46 in Sykesville. So you need the thick jacket this morning before you leave the house, trust me. But as we head into the afternoon, it's going to feel a little bit nicer. Temperatures are going to rebound back into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. We'll see the most amount of sunshine throughout the first half of the day, and then clouds will start to gradually increase later this afternoon. I wouldn't rule out a spotty shower or two towards the evening, but much of today is looking rain. Meteorologist Stevie Daniels, the time now is 5:10 on this Friday morning. Let's take a look at your full forecast. Unfortunately, drought conditions are continuing to worsen, not just around Maryland, but up and down the eastern seaboard and across much of the United States. So now 90% of the state of Maryland is now suffering from severe drought. We need the rain, and we actually have opportunities, more windows for rain over the next several days. So during the foreseeable future, we'll start to see more of these raindrops, which is going to be largely beneficial. But taking a glance at Futurecast, skies are looking dry throughout the majority of your Friday. A few spotty showers that can't be ruled out mostly towards the evening, closer to the state line. And then into the day tomorrow, I'm tracking not only rain during the morning, but then we could actually see some pop-up thunderstorms as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Because we have some breaks of sunshine that we could see that could help destabilize the atmosphere. It could help some of this air gradually rise, which is what thunderstorms love. And the cold front that's really associated with those showers and storms that we'll be dealing with tomorrow, that is going to be sliding through on Mother's Day, so possibly sparking additional rain and storm chances. As we take a look at your temps right now, we are standing in the 40s this morning, even the upper 30s, out towards the western half of the state. 45 degrees in Ellicott City, 44 for everyone over in Jarrettsville. I am tracking winds. They will be out of the west this morning, gusting up to about 25 to even 30 miles per hour as we get into the afternoon. As we take a look at your planner for today, temps are going to be pretty quick decline. As we head into the rest of this morning, we will see the most amount of sunshine throughout the first half of the day, and then it looks like those clouds are going to gradually thicken up throughout the afternoon and also into the evening. 73 degrees tomorrow as we head into the start of Mother's Day weekend, and then close to 80 degrees on your Sunday for Mother's Day. So we're going to feel a little bit more summer-like for the second half of the weekend. But as we take a glance at your 7-day forecast, we have some of those scattered showers and also a few thunderstorms throughout the day tomorrow, and it does look like some of that. I'm sure I see you guys out towards Cecilton, sitting at 49 degrees, as well as Chestertown and Centerville, 52 for everyone in Easton. But here's a look at the skies this morning out by Westminster in Carroll County. Not looking too shabby, not even a cloud in the sky. That's because we have a ridge of high pressure sitting to our southwest. This is going to yield the most amount of sunshine during the day. So we will see the most amount of sunshine during the morning hours as the kids are heading out to school. They don't need to worry about bringing the rain gear with them to school today because skies are looking dry even as they head home from school this afternoon. Here's a glance at our wake up temps. We are going to be hovering in the 60s and also into the low 70s, 72 right now, or that will be the case down towards Annapolis. But just keep in mind the pollen is going to be a little bit high today, just like it was yesterday. Maple, oak, and ash being the top allergens today. So just make sure you take that Flonase and those allergy medications. I'll have more details on what you can expect for Mother's Day weekend coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
All right, Stevie.
Get all in the daytime.
It's looking to be rain-free, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And on Mother's Day in Ellicott City, 37 for my friends out in Deep Creek. But this morning, we're starting off quite chilly because we have mostly clear skies. We have these winds that are relatively light, which is actually setting the stage for radiational cooling to occur. So this is the reason why we're starting off about 5 to 7 degrees colder out there this morning. I would go with the warm fleece jacket before the kids head out to school. They certainly will need that extra layer on. We should be, for most of us, rising back into the low 50s by 8 o'clock this morning. And even Blade has his little jacket on right here. He's ready to go for his long walk around the neighborhood. Skies are looking mostly rain-free throughout the day. We should be climbing near 70 degrees with clouds gradually increasing throughout the afternoon. And then winds are going to be a little bit breezy as well, coming in from the west with gusts up to about 25 to even 30 miles per hour. I am tracking the drought. Unfortunately, I posted this on my social media pages yesterday because it updated around 8 to 9 o'clock yesterday morning. And it looks like the severe drought conditions are actually continuing to expand. So now 90% of the state is under a severe drought. It's safe to say that we are well below average in the rainfall department. We desperately need the rain. And I'm happy to report that we do have multiple windows for rain in the foreseeable future. High pressure, like I mentioned before, it is set up down to our southwest. This is going to help keep skies clear throughout the morning, but then into the afternoon, a few clouds could pop up, a few spotty showers near the state line, but overall your Friday is looking to be rain-free. And then into your Saturday, that's when we could be encountering a few showers, even some thunderstorms, looking at some light rain pushing through the area throughout the first half of the day, with some sunny breaks to follow during tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look right around 3 o'clock. Some of these showers could actually become some thunderstorms as air is going to rise. We have some sunshine out there that could heat up the surface. A cold front's going to slide through on Mother's Day. We start Mother's Day off rain-free. However, there will be some showers and storms that push through the area, especially around the northwestern portion of the state as we get into your Sunday evening. But overall, plenty of time to celebrate Mom outdoors. If you have any outdoor plans, not looking too bad. There might just want to bring the jacket with you. But overall, we are going to be mostly dry out there today. Winds are going to be a little bit breezier than yesterday. They will be kicking up to about 20 25 to 30. But here's a glance at your wake up temps. A little bit cooler, waking up to a frost advisory across Garrett County this morning as temps have dropped into the 30s, mostly in the mid 40s and lower to mid 50s, currently around central Maryland, even around the southern portion of the state. But radar returns show that we are starting off dry and very clear as well. But then into the afternoon, we'll be rising near the lower 60s right around lunchtime today. Clouds will gradually start to increase as the kids head home from school, but that shouldn't stop us from climbing near that 70-degree mark this afternoon with that breezy wind flow. It's all thanks to this area of high pressure that's set up down to our southwest. I am tracking this low that's currently set up right around North Dakota. This is going to swing through the area over the weekend, generating some showers, even some thunderstorms, both Saturday and Sunday. I'll time it out for you coming up in my full forecast. Christy? Good. So we're starting off quite chilly. Yesterday, we were starting off a little bit warmer, but most of us are in the 40s this morning. And today is going to be primarily dry, which, yes, normally we'd be happy about that because then we can spend a lot of time outdoors with this nice spring air. But unfortunately, severe drought concerns are getting even worse. And I posted this on my social media page yesterday. The difference between the map that was updated last week versus the one that was updated yesterday is the fact that now the Eastern Shore is pretty much under severe drought. 90% of the state suffering from severe drought concerns, and it's looking even more extreme and more intense across the state of Virginia and even into the Carolinas. So it's looking worse the farther south of us. And high pressure this morning not really helping out with that. It's keeping us dry this morning. Skies are mostly clear. A few showers are trickling into western New York and also Pennsylvania. But it looks like the showers are going to stay away from us today for the most part. There could be a spotty shower that clips the northern portion of the area later this evening, but I am thinking that most areas will stay dry today, so not a bad day to get outside to enjoy this weather. And then some light showers will start to trickle in tomorrow morning, even across the western half of the state. And then some breaks of sunshine can be expected as we head into your Saturday afternoon. So not a bad day to celebrate Mom later in the day, but just keep an eye on radar because there could be some isolated pop-up thunderstorms that develop because we have that sunshine that's going to help heat up the surface. And this is all going to be ahead of a cold front that swipes through the region heading into your Sunday. So Sunday morning, Mother's Day morning, we are going to start off dry and quiet. Those conditions last throughout about lunchtime, even into the middle part of the afternoon. But then it's towards the evening as this cold front moves through the region. This is when we're going to be dealing with some of those showers and thunderstorms. Any storm activity that we deal with over the weekend should be subsevere. But our wake up temps this morning are in the 40s, like I mentioned. Even Frostburg, you guys have dropped into the upper 30s this morning. Right now 47 degrees in Hagerstown, 38 out in Deep Creek. We'll be rising near 70 today with clouds gradually increasing. And then more seasonal for your Saturday, dealing with the threat for some showers and thunderstorms, looking to be pretty spotty in nature during the afternoon. And then Sunday, a high of 79 degrees for Mother's Day, dealing with some spotty showers towards the evening, but much of the day will be dry. And then your Sunday dry, but we will be starting to see some of those clouds gradually increase as the afternoon moves forward. And then looking a little bit more seasonal heading into your Saturday, we make a run back into the low to mid 70s, dealing with some sunny breaks during the afternoon. The morning is looking a little bit gloomy, waking up to more clouds and also some of those light showers. But then during the afternoon, some sunny breaks, which could help ignite some isolated thunderstorms. Non-severe though, which is great news, but just keep an eye on radar if you have any outdoor plans to celebrate Mom, because you might be dodging some of those raindrops and storms. But then into Mother's Day, starting off dry. So Saturday night into the first half of Sunday, looking rain-free. We climb near 80 degrees during the afternoon, and then there could be a few evening pop-ups that develop as the core of the system, that cold front, travels in from northwest to southeast. So we'll be watching that pretty closely. But then into next week, we really cool things down. Our morning temperatures will start to drop in this morning with light winds coming in out of the north. We have light winds and clear skies. You know what that means. We're starting off on a pretty chilly note, so the fleece jacket, that's going to be your best friend. We're starting off in the 40s, mid 40s right now, 45 degrees in Severn, down towards Annapolis, sitting at 53, and a little bit chillier for you all up in Manchester and Carroll County. We should be hitting the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees today. It's not going to be a bad day to get outside, enjoy this springtime warmth. We do have clouds that will gradually increase across the area throughout the day. I wish I was saying that we had some showers that were going to slide through. The bulk of the day does look dry, so it's not going to really help alleviate drought conditions. This is a look at the latest drought monitor map that updated yesterday morning. 90% of the state is under a severe drought, and it's looking even worse across Virginia and the Carolinas, where extreme drought conditions are underway. So hopefully we can tackle this drought over the foreseeable future. We do have windows for rain on the horizon. A spotty shower is not out of the question this evening, but the chance of that is looking very minimal. Much of your Friday is looking dry. Some light showers could slide through tomorrow morning, waking up with extra clouds across the state. This is all going to be ahead of a cold front that's going to really slide through heading into your Sunday. But then on Saturday afternoon, dealing with some breaks of sunshine, helping to destabilize the atmosphere, helping to fire up some of these showers and thunderstorms. So just be extra vigilant on Saturday. If you have any outdoor plans, you'll need to keep checking radar throughout the day. And then looking drier overnight into the first half of your Sunday for Mother's Day. But then here's a look at that cold front. It could generate a shower or two, possibly even a thunderstorm later in the evening. Here's a glance at your Mother's Day weekend. More seasonal tomorrow with a high of 73. Then we're back close to 80 degrees on your Sunday. So overall, the pick of the weekend is going to be Mother's Day. And then into next week, that's when things start to turn a little bit more unsettled. We have multiple windows for rain on tap, which is very good news. 64 degrees.